Hi, welcome to ISO 9001 2015 Quality Management System. It is a standard published by International Organization for Standardization for Quality Management. So these are guidelines for quality management. I welcome you in chapter 1 of this training session on ISO 9001 2015. In this, I will like you to introduce to basic concepts of quality management and those of ISO 9001 standard. My personal profile, that is my contact details, are included here for your reference. So why ISO 9001 2015 quality management system is required? Any organization expects business growth. And this business growth is possible if customer is satisfied with consistent quality of products or services that you supply to your customers, as well as there is no risk associated with manufacturing of the product or delivering of the service. That is, risk will exist, but you will have some control over the risk so that those are mitigated. It is possible if, in addition to above those points, adequate resources are available to ensure on-time delivery always to each of the customer, and if organization is capable to understand and implement changing needs of the customer. ISO 9001 2015 provides base for achieving these expectations and meet business growth expectation of your organization. Let us first try to understand what we mean by quality. What is the concept of quality? Quality is degree to which a set of inherent characteristics of an object fulfills the requirements. Quality is fitness for use. Quality is degree or standard of excellence. These are the various definitions given for quality by various quality gurus. So, if users' expectations are satisfied with product or service that you provide, user considers it as a quality product or a quality service. In industrial scenario or in day-to-day interactions, quality is considered as combination of product or service quality characteristics, how much it meets the expectations, on-time delivery or availability of the product or service, what you are looking for, cost of product or cost of service. Let us take an example. If you want to buy a simple shirt, you go to any shop, you have in your mind range or your budget for purchasing the shirt. When you go there, you look for various options. You have in mind what color, what texture, what design you expect. Accordingly, you select the shirt. If your expectations are not fulfilled by one shop, you go to another shop and purchase it. So, product or service quality characteristics as well as availability or on-time delivery of the product as well as cost of that product and service all are equally important. So what we mean by quality? Quality will be achieved if we plan to achieve the quality. So quality planning means part of quality management focused on setting the quality objectives and specifying necessary operational processes and related resources to achieve the quality objectives. So planning is for achieving the quality objective. Planning is for setting the quality requirements and focusing on those. Quality control, it is part of quality management which is focused on fulfilling quality requirements. For example, inspection or testing of a product or service as per specification. Quality assurance, it is part of quality management focused on providing confidence that quality requirements will be fulfilled. For example, design for quality, selection of appropriate equipment. Quality management means management with regard to quality. It is nothing but coordinated activities to direct and control an organization. ISO 9001:2015 is guideline for establishing quality management system taking into consideration all above quality aspects. So how this quality management system standard has evolved? Let us try to understand its evolution. If you go to history of ISO 9000, you will find first edition of ISO 9000 was published in year 1987. Then it got revised in 1994. Second revision was there in year 2000. Then third revision in 2008 and fourth revision in 2015, which is considered as a current standard. So how it has evolved? The history starts from Second World War. During and after Second World War, various product standards got developed because need for standardization was realized. Globalization of industries gave rise to need for developing quality management system standard, and based on that, industrial revolution took place. Worldwide trading started more closely, and then in year 1987 first edition of ISO standard was published. So there were three versions of ISO 9001 quality management system guidelines, that is ISO 9001, 9002 and 9003. In this edition, importance was given on documentation. Document what you do and do what you document was known as ISO 9000 at that time. In 1994, there was first revision to ISO 9000 series of standards. Again, there were three standards, 9001, 9002 and 9003. And importance was given to adherence with the documentation. Additionally, the standard started talking about statistical techniques. In year 2000, second revision took place, and instead of three standards, a single standard came into existence, that is ISO 9001:2000. Need for documentation was reduced and process approach was introduced in this standard. In year 2008, third revision, that is ISO 9001:2008, focus on process approach was continued. Quality management principles were given equally importance. Again, the standard was focusing on less documentation and monitoring effectiveness of your management system. In year 2015, fourth revision took place, which we know as ISO 9001:2015, and there came need for documentation being eliminated. Risk management as a preventive or quality assurance measure was introduced in this standard, and now we are using this standard ISO 9001:2015 as a guideline standard for quality management systems. So what are benefits of ISO 9001:2015 QMS? As we saw, we are looking for business growth. So it will come if we are able to save money. that is by implementing a proper system and reducing the wastages, increase performance through monitoring effectiveness and efficiency and taking actions to improve those. With increase in customer satisfaction through customer focus and giving importance to customer as a pivotal point for management system design. So if we implement ISO 9001 with this spirit, there will be increase in profitability and hence overall increase in profit of your organization. So let us summarize potential benefits of quality management system implementation. It helps you to develop ability to consistently provide products and services that meet customer and applicable statutory regulatory requirements. So consistency is important, and for achieving consistency, development of system is helpful. It facilitates opportunities to enhance customer satisfaction, that is through continual improvement. By addressing risk and opportunities associated with its context and objectives, we start thinking in advance what may go wrong and start thinking about our opportunities, how to improve my performance further. It develops ability to demonstrate conformity to specified quality management system requirements. It improves organizational performance. It reduces cost of poor performance and hence leads to improved profitability. So these are the potential benefits if you implement ISO 9001:2015 system in real spirit. For completing this course, you will find it is divided in 13 different chapters. Chapter number 2 speaks about quality management principles, 7 principles on which this management system is built. Chapter number 3 speaks about clause number 4, context of the organization. Chapter number 4 discusses about clause number 5, that is leadership. Chapter number 5 discusses about QMS planning, clause number 6 of ISO 9001. Chapter number 6 discusses about clause number 7, that is support. Chapter number 7 discusses about operations, and in that clause number 8.1 and 8.2. Chapter number 8 discusses about design and development, that is clause 8.3 of ISO 9001. Chapter number 9 is about clause number 8.4, control of externally provided products, processes and services, that is your procurement and outsourcing activities. Chapter number 10 discusses about clause number 8.5, production and service provisions. Chapter number 11 discusses about quality control and quality assurance activities through clause number 8.6 and 8.7. Chapter number 12 discusses about clause number 9, that is performance evaluation. And lastly, chapter number 13 discusses about clause number 10 of ISO 9000, that is improvement. You will find that clauses start from clause number 4 because in a similar way to any book written, first 3 parts include introduction, normative references and standard terms and definitions related to ISO 9001:2015 and scope of ISO 9001:2015. In scope, you will find that only clause number 8.3, product design and development, can be excluded in quality management system documentation and implementation if organization is not designing or developing its own products or services. I hope by going through each of the chapter, when you go up to clause number 10, that is by chapter 13, you will definitely be in position to understand ISO 9001 and implement it in your organization comfortably, and it will make your system robust and useful. Thank you very much.